Good morning. Okay, I hope you're doing well today. So I see there's 4 people waiting. I tried to make it with a backdrop, but obviously I need to work on a professional setup. So, anyways, the gray backdrop is so you can see the movements a little bit better. So, if you have a stability ball, I could just wrote this is all you need. If you do not have a stability ball, you can still do this workout with us. Excuse me, the portions that we're going to be sitting on the ball, you would use a chair. So if you don't have a stability ball, just have a sturdy chair ready, and you can either hold a small ball, because whenever we're doing standing movements and we're moving the ball around, just holding something would help you engage the core a little bit more. So either a small ball or I have 2 1 pound weight. So we don't want something super heavy here. It's just to add a little extra engagement. So if you have a stability ball, you don't need to worry about all this. And I forgot to close my curtain here, so I'll do that and I'll be with you. Okay, so I do have a full house here. My 2 kids are at home and my husband's working from home. And so whenever I do a live class, I have a curtain, I have a little sign that says live class in progress so people don't start chatting on their way down the stairs or coming into, this is our former living room, while I'm doing a class. Okay, so we're going to get started with a little bit of a warm-up. So you're going to grab the ball, you're going to sit on it, making sure that your feet are a little wider than your hips, and you're sitting on the front of the ball and rolling to where you're comfortable, but you're not going to roll too far because I don't want anybody to fall over. So feet nice and wide, and you're going to give me some little circles here, just warming up your hips. It's a beautiful day today. I hope you have some outdoor projects. I know it's a little bit cold, but let's go over to the other direction. Perfect. Now let's put one leg in front. So we're going to wake up our balance reflexes here. You're going to come with your feet a little closer to the center, and then just extending one leg in front. Now here I want you to move your foot side to side, but by moving your foot, I want you to move the leg inside the hip joints. The hip joint. Good. While we're here, you're going to point that foot and flex, point, flex, point, flex one more time. And let's bring it in, extend the other leg. Flexing your foot, little rotation. If you have a little bit of a hard time with the balance, you can have your hands on each side. So you're kind of holding the ball, which helps a little bit. Good. And then let's point, flex, and then balance. Sometimes we're doing a movement on one side and then on the other. It's not necessarily equal. Right? Good. Let's bring it in. And then we're going to move our shoulders. So just a little movement, little circles. Good. Let's bring our arms up. So you're going to sit up nice and tall, making sure that you're not curving your back here. So sitting up nice and tall. And we're going to do little circles. Feet a little wider than your hips so you're nice and secure on the ball. So we're doing an interval training. It's not really long this morning. I'm going to get you moving and then you can just get your day started. Other direction. So my goal is to make you feel your core and your legs today. Your arms and shoulders is going to be a bonus because we're working out with the ball. Sorry, wrist rotation. And let's move our fingers. So hands are in front. You're going to close your fist and then open. Close, open. Okay, and let's bring it in. Let's warm up the core. So reset on the ball, sitting up nice and tall. And so that you're sitting with the perineum on the ball. You're going to sit up nice and tall, engaging your core. We're going to take a deep breath in. And then exhale, think about engaging the pelvic floor, lifting it off the ball. And inhale, relax. Exhale, pelvic floor, and lift one knee up a little bit, bringing it down. And other side, bringing it down again. Every time you're exhaling, you're gonna lift the knee up. So I'm talking at the same time. So if I'm going too fast for you, just go slower with the knee lift, making sure you're coordinating it with your breath. As you're breathing out, pelvic floor lifting, you're engaging all of your core. Again, you can have your hands on each side. So our first round, it's 2 minutes. And we're doing 2 exercises, 30 seconds each, and those are gonna be your cardio. Good. So relax your hips a little bit, relax your back. Our first exercise is gonna be sitting on the ball. And you're gonna be lifting the knees up and adding your arms. So there's a little bounce here, but you're controlling. So every time that you're gonna lift off the ball, I want you to squeeze the glutes, squeeze the glutes. Because if everything is relaxed, I'm gonna bounce out of control. So you want a little bounce, abs are engaged, chest is open. So if you were running in the street, we wouldn't be running like this. So up nice and tall, and then lifting the legs. We're gonna go too fast for you to coordinate with the pelvic floor every time you lift the knee, but keeping that core engaged, and whenever you're breathing out, think about that pelvic floor. So stay on the ball, and then the next movement, so we're gonna start sitting, then we're gonna stand up right away. Grab the ball, and we're gonna do a ball jack. So you can either do a tap jack, lifting the ball up, or a full jumping jack. If at any point you're feeling a lot of tension in your neck or your shoulders, keep the ball here and do your tap jack or open toes. Because sometimes when we're bringing it up, it creates a lot of tension here. So feel free to keep the ball down. And whenever I'm lifting it up, the core stays center. So we don't want this to happen. So just up in front of your head, tapping side to side. So we're starting sitting down. I'm gonna start my timer. And let's get ready with those jogs. So we're starting that first round with a lot of movement. So we're gonna get up quickly and jog. So nice and engaged core, excuse me. Nice and controlled movement. Good. Keep breathing. Let's try to go a little faster. I find this is really great to get your coordination going, because as you go faster, things are not staying coordinated. And let's get up, grab the ball, tap jack. So tap, so the no impact version. So if you're bare feet on a yoga mat at home, keep it no impact. If you got your running shoes and you want to jump, go ahead. I do have a 2-inch foam mat here. So I'm very lucky, that's why I keep going bare feet. Last one, ball down, safely but fast, sitting on the ball and jogging. Moving those arms a little faster. Think about moving them to mud. So there's a little resistance. 10 more seconds, and we got one more tap jack, and that's it for that part. All right, let's grab the ball and tap jacks or jumping jacks. Nice and controlled movement. So I forgot to say, but if you don't have the stability ball, you do the jogging on the chair and the jumping jacks, holding the weights for the little ball. Okay, I'll try to remember all the other for the future. So if I'm going to the explanation next and I do not explain the movement without the ball and you need that explanation, please type it on the side. Okay, so we're gonna go into a little strength. So if you don't have the ball, you're gonna lie down on the floor on your side. If you have the ball, We're gonna do both sides. So you're gonna go here, putting the ball onto your side. You're gonna extend the leg. You're gonna wrap the ball here and grab it. So I'm not just flopped on the ball. You're engaging. I'm gonna lift that leg up and down. Then we're gonna go kicks. So here, forward. So you can bend the knee with a little extension, or you can keep the leg straight, going forward and back. You do the same thing if you're on the floor, and then we're gonna keep the leg in front and going up, down, up, down. Then we're gonna change leg. So changing leg, now I'm just gonna show you this way so that you can see the position of the leg in line with the body. So ball onto the side, extending the leg so it's right in line with the shoulder. I'm gonna grab the ball and then engaging the core, lifting up and down. I don't want your leg here for now. So just lengthening, flexing your foot up and down. Then the kicks can be here. These are a little tiny bit easier, or with the full leg, going to where you can, forward and back without the hip moving. So this is not moving. Your upper body is staying in place. Then the leg in front, up, down. Okay, so in front to where you can. After those, so we're gonna do 10 of each. We're gonna go on a bridge, again for 10, and then roll out for 10. So because we're counting, we're just gonna get going, and I'll show you how to get into the bridge, taking our time there. So grabbing the ball, putting it onto your side. Again, if you're not on the ball, you're gonna be on the floor, extending your leg. If you're on the floor, both legs should be together, like this. And then you go up, and then kicks, and then keeping it in front, up, down. So here, so if you have a hard time to get on the ball, make sure that you're putting it in on the side, then holding it in there, extend your leg, grab the ball, place your arm, upper body is resting on the ball, but you're engaging your core, keeping the chest open. Now let's flex that foot, lengthen the leg, and lift, little release, lift. That's 2. Nice and slow. You're gonna exhale on the lift, thinking about that pelvic floor in. And 5, 6, 7, and 8, 9, last one. Keep the leg up there. You can bend the knees. I'll do the first one with the knee bent, and then slowly pressing to the front. Or keep that leg straight, slowly pressing to the front. It's like a very slow kick. Breathing out as you're going to the front, pelvic floor in. Okay, we got 4 more. And there's 10 of each because now they're getting really hard. Last one. Keep it in front, and then we're gonna lift. Up, down. 2, 3, chest is open, pelvic floor in when you're lifting. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's bring that leg out. Arm on top, stretching it out. And bring it in. Okay, let's do the other side. So this here should be a little bit on fire. So ball next to you, bringing it in, extend the leg, nice and strong core, open chest, bringing it the core up on the ball, grabbing the ball, keeping that chest open, straight leg, flexing your foot. So feel free to readjust as a little too leaned over here. So you want to be nice and solid, and then flexing that foot. Let's lift, little release, breathing out. So if you're a little faster than me, you can count to 10 and then take a little break. But to start, not faster in your repetition. Take it nice and slow. Breathing out as you lift. And one more. And then keep it up. Either bend the knee and then extend to the front or keep it straight. You're bringing it to even, a little bit behind without sinking into the low back. Forward, that's 3. Abs needs to be engaged here because if not, you're gonna fall off the ball. So you can use that arm to squeeze the ball a little bit, but don't rely just on your arm. Abs are really engaged so that you could let go of the ball and still have that balance. And I lost my count. I think there's 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. Exhale, pelvic floor in. Good, let's keep the leg in front. And exhale up, pelvic floor in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And bring it in, extend the leg. Top arm on top, reaching out and bring it down. Okay, so we're going on our back and we work the sides, we're gonna work the back. So here, you're gonna be on your back and I want your back to be into a neutral position. So making sure that your spine is not stuck to the floor, you're gonna place those shoulder blades in and we're doing bridges. As we're doing bridges, sometimes we're putting a lot of pressure on the head or on the neck. I want you to think about using the top part of your back and not pressing into the head. So here, your heels are nicely planted on the ball. I'm going to bring them in a little bit. And we're going to go at about 90 degrees here. So if you look at your knees, if they're really close to you, just roll them out a little bit. We're going to inhale. On the next exhale, you're going to press down into the ball, not out. Press down. You're going to lift the hips off the floor, pelvic floor in. So let's inhale and exhale up, lifting up, finding that control. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale down. So I want you to squeeze your glutes here. So focusing on your glutes because your hamstrings, we're going to work on them after. Just a little lift, focusing on that balance, trying to press even with both legs. So if not, it starts rolling on the side. Hands are on each side. Good, we've got 4 more. Focus on that breathing. We're just warming up for the last exercise. And last one. Okay, so during the last 10, if you're feeling that your hamstrings are cramping, take a little break. You do as many as you can. So we're gonna lift up into bridge and then extend our legs out and roll them in. And we're gonna try not to come down. So we already did the up and down, so we're gonna stay up. Again, pressing in the upper back, not in the neck or the head. So we're gonna inhale. On the next exhale, we're gonna lift. So I'm in the shoulders, not into the neck. And then we're gonna roll it out. We're gonna try to keep the hips there and roll it in. So the upper body, we're trying not to move it. And rolling out. That's 2. And 3. So as we're moving out, our body will have a tendency to drop. And so here, you can lift a little bit. So I find the rolling in part the hardest, So you're gonna exhale, pelvic floor in as you're rolling in. We've got 4 more. Make sure the weight is in your shoulders still, not on your neck. 2 more. And last one. And drop it down. Good. And now for the next part, we're gonna stand up and do a little bit of cardio. Okay. So grab some water if you need to. So we're doing 2 minutes of toe tap. So we're over here and we're tapping your toes with a little rotation. So rotate, rotate. And I'm gonna look to each side of the room here. Now, if looking to each side, so going fast enough, is making you dizzy, keep your eyes mostly in front, like about 30 degrees to each side, but rotate your core. Then we're doing a lateral step with a ball circle. So we're gonna start here. We're gonna come down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay, so we're working on the shoulders, working on the core. First side to side, and then up and down. We're doing that for 2 minutes, and then it's over for the cardio. Okay. So let's get ready. Feet a little bit wider than the hips. Grabbing the ball in the middle, and we're gonna rotate to one side, tap the toes. Rotate the hips, little bend into the knees. Don't push to any knee pain though. So here you're gonna bend to where you can. Now that ball, sorry, if you don't have the ball, you can grab your weights or a little ball, something to hold in front. You're adding that resistance. Good, just one more, and then step it in, down, up, down, up, down, up. So you're tracing a big smile with that ball. Because this is a great way to start your day. If at any point your shoulders and neck are really unhappy with you, just drop the ball, do the movement with just your arms. Open up, side to side. As needed, add a little resistance. So I'm going a little faster. Hip is rotating here. Little bend into your knees. Tapping the toes nicely. Hold that ball. You can squeeze it a little bit more. One more. Good, and step in, down and up. So I'm going faster. You do what you can for today. It's almost over. Last one. And let's put that ball down. Okay, so we're gonna go into our last strength. And so here, we're gonna work. So if you do not have a ball, I will show you how to do this one after. So the first one, I'll show them all, and then we'll work. Actually, I will do them one at a time. Okay, so shoulders forward. So we're gonna be into a modified plank. So start with the ball just in front of you, and then hinging the hips. You're gonna put your elbows really close to you. Then we're gonna roll forward. I'm gonna adjust my knees so my shoulders are over my elbows. I'm gonna roll that out, and then I'm gonna pull in. So you're working on the shoulders, and you're also working on your core. If you're really comfortable here, you can try this into a full plank. Little movement, rolling out, rolling in. If you don't have a ball, you're going to give me some dolphins, which are here into a modified low plank. A low plank, not modified, and then walking it in. You're going to slide down, pressing up. So we're going to do 10 of those. Get ready. So elbows on the ball, close to you, then roll it forward, dropping the hips, adjusting so that your elbows are right underneath your shoulders. And then without moving your body, you're just gonna roll those elbows forward and in. Forward. Now you can go a little further and in. And forward and in. That's 3. So if you're comfortable again, you want to go ahead with the full plank and rolling forward and in. 4. You're going to breathe out as you're rolling it back in. and 7. If you're feeling this into your back, go back into that modified position, so on the knees. 8, 9, and last one, 10. Good. Okay. So you should feel a little bit your shoulders and your abs. Sometimes we feel more one more than the other, and that's okay. We're going to go into a Superman on the ball. If you do not have the ball, you're going to go on the floor into that Superman position. So when you're on the floor, you're going to be here, and your thumbs are going to be up here, and you're going to do the same movement than us, just lying on the floor. On the ball, you're going to require a little bit more balance. So ball is on the hips, and you're going to roll forward on it. I'm going to extend your leg. You're going to extend your legs. And then your toes are on the floor. I want you to lighten your core. So I don't want you to feel that pinching into the low back. You know, lighten, lighten, lighten. You can walk it forward a little bit on the ball, depending on how comfortable you are, or keep it a little bit back. So find the one that is challenging for you today, but doable. Up nice and tall, arms up. You're going to rotate your thumbs towards the ceiling. So give me a thumbs up, chest is open, and then let's press up and down. Breathing out as you're pressing those arms up. Pelvic floor in, and 4. So we're opening up the chest, 5. You should feel a little stretch here, and your shoulders working. Your whole back is working. Your glutes are working to maintain that position. Lengthen that core. We got 3 more. Last one. Good. And just wrap the ball here, stretching it out. And bring your knees down. For the next one, we're going into a push-up. That push-up, we're going to go into position, and you're going to do 10 push-ups there. So I'm going to tell you to walk it to where you can. If you don't have a ball, you're going to give me 10 push-ups on the floor. Just regular push-ups, a little wider than the shoulders. So here, with the ball, I'm going to put the ball just on my legs, and then I'm going to walk out a little bit further. There we go. Okay. Then I'm going to roll forward, extending the legs, rolling forward. Now, if you're here and you're like, okay, that's it for me, then stay here, and you're going to give me push-ups. In your push-up, I don't want you to hinge at the hips, right? So you're going to keep those legs nice and straight. Think about trying to fly here. Up nice and tall, lengthen those legs, and then down and up. I'm going to walk it a little bit further. Again, go to where you can. I don't want that to happen, so the low back is not caving in. Abs are engaged. Walk it to where you can, and then we're going to do 10 push-ups. I'm going to stay in the camera, and let's go down. Breathing out as you're lifting. Nice straight legs. At any point, if you're like, okay, this is too hard, walk it in a little bit and finish it off there. We're at 5, 6, keep those legs straight. 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's walk it in, nice and controlled. So keeping your legs engaged, core engaged, walking it in. And then here, you can relax on the ball. Rotate those wrists and the other direction. Okay, then we're gonna go on our back. So we got 2 more. So on your back, again, without the ball, just do that same exercise without having the ball in the front. We're gonna go on our back we're doing a dead bug. So the shoulder blades in the little pockets, the spine not touching the floor. And I got a couple modifications here. So you can have your knees bent with your legs up here. We're gonna do 1 per side here. Where you're gonna go opposite hand, opposite leg. Holding the ball here, bringing it in. You're gonna exhale as you're bringing it back in, pelvic floor in. Now, if that's good with you, you're like, I need a little bit more, straighten the legs. And then opposite leg, opposite arm. Making sure that you're breathing, pelvic floor in. Now, depending, for some, like lifting the leg is hardest, but going down for some people is a lot more thinking. So if you need to switch your breath to exhaling as you're going down, try that. Now this is 10 per side. So keep it going. Feel free to bend the knees. So if you're into that lengthened position with your legs, you don't have to commit to it for the whole sequence. You can go back to knees bent. If I counted correctly, we have 2 more per side. If you're feeling it into your low back, bend the knees. That means the back is compromised, so bending the knees is going to help you keeping that core nice and safe. And bring it in. All right, relax a little bit. And we're going to bring the ball up between our legs. So if you have a little ball, feel free to put it between your ankles the way we're putting the big ball. If you have just the weights, just bring your legs up and we're going to focus on that movement of your feet. So I'm going to face this way. Your back is in that neutral position and you're going to hold the ball up and put it between your ankles. Now I'm going to straighten my legs. If your knees need to be bent, keep them bent. That just depends on your hamstring here. So straightening the legs as much as we can. I want you to squeeze the ball a little bit so you're engaging your inner thighs. And then we're going to rotate at the hip center. You're going to exhale as you're rotating. So it's just the legs that are at the hips that are moving. I'm going to go this way. So you're rotating, exhaling. You should feel your inner thighs here. The ball could be shaking a little bit. That's okay. You can add or release the pressure on the legs. Nice and straight core. If you're feeling this into your low back, bend the knees and keep squeezing the ball. Rotate. Make sure you're breathing. This looks pretty easy until you get to halfway and you're like, oh, 1 more per side. All right, let's bring it in. Okay, let's put that ball down and we are going to put our legs on it. All right, and so bring it close so that your heels are pretty much on top of the ball. You're going to take your right leg and you're going to put it on. So rest your left half on the ball. And make sure that you're pretty much in the center. So you're not working on the balance here, okay? We're just trying to relax. You're going to relax those shoulders, relax the neck. And then you're going to roll that left heel. You're going to feel a little stretch on your right side. And you're going to draw a little circle with that left heel, moving the ball around so that your hips are moving. Try to keep the neck and the shoulders relaxed. Good, let's do the other side. So you're putting your right half on the ball, left ankle on your right knee, and then roll it in. Only to where it feels nice. So sometimes one side is a little tighter than the other, and that's okay. And then little circles. Trying to keep your neck and shoulders relaxed, making sure we're not pressing into the back of the head here on the floor. Good. All right, and let's kneel next to the ball. Okay, so we did a short version of that earlier, so we're going to redo it again. You're going to just lean on the ball here. So you can extend the leg and then lean gently on the ball. Hand can be on the floor if it reaches, or just wrap the ball here. Extending the leg, bring that arm on top, and then gently, I want you to relax the shoulder here because we tend to bring it up to the here. Gently drop that head above your head, and you should feel a nice stretch into your side. And then I want you to lengthen from your shoulder, reaching up to the ceiling, and bring it down. Let's do that again. Up, relax the shoulder, the neck, and then bring that arm above your head. Good, now let's open up the chest a little bit. So palm to the ceiling, you're gonna open up the chest a tiny bit, little tiny stretch here, and then bringing it up. Let's do the other side. So bringing the ball into your side, wrapping it, and just holding on to the ball or hand on the floor, extending that leg, lift that arm up, relax the shoulder, relax your neck, gently bring that arm up and above. Little stretch here. One side you might need to go further. If you're not feeling the stretch, flex your foot and lengthen that leg a little bit. Then up towards the ceiling and relax. And then again, up and relax the shoulder, reaching above your head, palm towards the ceiling without sinking into the low back. You're opening up the chest, maybe 2 inches. Looking up at the ceiling, little stretch in the front of the chest, and then reach up and bring it back to center. Good, and we're gonna do the child pose on the ball. So kneeling in front of the ball. You're gonna send your hips, so if knees are a little wider than the hips, you're gonna send the ball forward a little bit and then the hips back. And you're reaching above the ball and roll it in. And then we're gonna send, so both hands are gonna go towards one corner of the room. I want your hips to go to the opposite corner. So hands to one side, hips towards the other. We're getting a little bit more into the low back here. With the side as well. If you're only feeling it into the side, that's okay. Lead with your hips a little bit to the back and bring it in. It's probably because you're a little bit tighter there, and that's where you need it. So hands in front, going the other direction, hips towards the other side. And then lead with the hips, pull them back a little bit more, and roll the ball in. Good, and up. We're gonna sit on the ball for the last ones. So nice and secure. If you prefer the chair, go for it. Legs in front. You're gonna take your one leg, and you're gonna bring it in front. Foot is flexed. Sitting up nice and tall, hands on this leg, so you're nice and solid. You're gonna lean a little forward, little stretch here, dropping the toes to one side, bring it back to center, come on up. Let's do the other side. Stretching out the legs, sitting up nice and tall, leaning forward, hinging at the hips. I'm not rolling my back, and bring it up. And release, relax your shoulders, and drop your chin towards your chest. Give me a gentle roll towards one side, back to center, gentle roll to the other side, and back to center and up. And thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this workout. And feel free to write comments below it so I can see those later. If you have questions, go ahead. I check on the YouTube channel once in a while so that I'll see that and answer them as best I can. And if you're on the Facebook workout chat, then you can message me. You can send me a private message, and that way. And if I need to, we can exchange a video. If you're not sure about the form, we can do a video chat, and so we can fix that. All right. Thank you, and have a great day.